Hi friends. So the most awaited PF contribution announcement which was done by finance minister is now notified and received statutory construction. But this notification failed to express properly about reduce in PF contribution rate and indirectly asked employer and HR fraternity to refer the notification of 1997, which is really challenging for normal laymen to understand. Thus, from this video, we shall establish the actual understanding of PF reduced contributing rate and its impact on cost to company. Let's start with Section 6 of this Act. Now, Section 6, which speak about the contribution of the PF. Now, due to this amendment, Section 6 has been revised and contribution which was earlier 12% is now at 10%. For the time being payable to each employee, whether employed by him directly or by through a contractor, maybe a casual worker, whoever he is. Another important aspect of Section 6 that it allows an employee to go over and above his normal contribution, which was earlier 12% and now it is 10%. So if an employee want to go over and above, if he is having a desire to get a better benefit, yes, he is completely free. But in the same way, employer is having not any kind of no any kind of legal obligation that he too go over and above if an employee is going. Thus now we understand that what does Section 6 actually speak. It speak about the contribution, the percentage, the ceiling amount, and the freedom that how much an individual can invest. Further to add on this, there are four circumstances of the contribution which we can observe or which we can derive from Section 6. Number 1, where employer and employer both can pay 10% of contribution. Number 2, where 10% of employer contribution and employee can go for 12% of contribution, which is also perfectly correct. And number 3, where employer and employee both go for a higher contribution of 12%. But in case of case number 4, where employer want to go for 12% and employee want to remain at 10%, is somewhere not been permitted by the provision of Section 6. I shall also like to acknowledge that this benefit is only limited for the May, June and July month for making minimum contribution. And this also we need to know that this offer is only available to those company which does not comes within the bracket of Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana kind of company, a company controlled by the government of India, a company or an enterprises which is a state controlled public sector or a central controlled public sector units. The impact of this scheme is having inverse relationship between the employee net take home salary and the employer cost to company part. So this will increase the take home salary of an employee. This new scheme shall not put any impact on an employee gross salary part of cost to company. Thus, no impact on ESIC and applicable tax shall be applied. Now, due to this, employer part of cost to company get reduced, from which employer shall be able to maintain more liquidity. This is to be noted that employer do not hold any statutory ground to demand reduced difference from employer part of cost to company. With this, I would like to conclude that neither employer can demand increased net income, as in terms of employment had already fixed net take home salary is expressed. Due to this initiative, this got increased, and nor the employee can ask the reduced benefit of employer benefit part from cost to company. Thank you.